How's it going,
What
everybody?
up? Everyone, welcome to the Burley Bros Show.
Episode 3.
Yeah.
We made it.
So if you guys listen to this, we stream this live on twitch.tv/Burley Bros, and then it goes up on YouTube and wherever you find podcasts. Today we're going to be talking about a whole lot of good stuff. Dad-Bods, and got some good news stories, some beer history. We're going to be tasting some beers, so...
Speaking of beers, shall we crack open our first
I was
little
about to say,
sipper?
where's our first
Yeah,
sipper?
so introduce us what we're going to be talking about first, and I'll grab us some beers.
Well, let's start off like we always do. How was everybody's weekend? What'd you do this weekend, Dirty Dan?
A lot of work.
A lot of work?
Yes, lots of work. More work than particularly I was planning, but sometimes that happens.
Yeah, nice. I went to northern Michigan this weekend, and Friday night was a shit show, an absolute shit show on the way up there.
Weather or just
No, not weather. I mean, that was
traffic?
part of it. No, I'll explain.
Oh,
He's getting there.
So-
he's going to tell us.
We got out.
Hey, if we listen, he'll tell us.
we
He'll let us
got
know.
we got a late
but
start.
Only if we listen, though.
just kidding.
Side note.
You son of a bitch. So we get a late start going up there, and we stopped at the Myers Pharmacy to pick up Sylvia's prescription that they said came in. Sat there for like at least a half hour. So that already put us another half hour later
Well,
than
they
what we
can't
wanted.
count 12 pills unless they take a whole hour to do it.
But get this.
Paid by the hour. Paid by
What
the hour.
what she was there to get, they didn't even have. So we sat in line for nothing. We get up about, I don't know, a third of the way up there, and my one daughter starts puking on herself.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. That happens multiple times on the way up there.
Is it possible to take kids on a family trip without that happening? Like something like that
I know.
happening?
It's called
I know.
stories, okay?
So then
It's what you live for.
So then I'm in Rapid City area, and I apparently I didn't notice, I turned down the wrong road, and it's fine, and then all of a sudden it turns into slick ice shit. And as it does that, I'm on the top of this hill, and I crest this hill, and there's a stop sign. I touched the brakes, literally touched the brakes, and my car went sideways, and I went into a ditch.
I didn't know you went into a
shit.
ditch.
Yeah. Yep,
Oh,
I went into a
jeez.
ditch. Like, my car was going, I should say, it didn't go
You
sideways.
just got new tires, too.
I know.
So
There
much
was
for those.
pure ice. I mean, like this stupid amount of ice. But I'm going, and it's a dead end road where the stop sign is. So I'm like, either I crank the wheel and go into the ditch, or I'm going through this person's house. So I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
Through the
I,
house.
have no choice. So we're
The house
turning.
will break your fall.
Exactly.
It'll slow your your
So
roll.
your dad comes
That's science.
pulls us out. Luckily enough, he has that big old dually diesel
Yeah,
that
yeah.
pulled me out. But yeah, so Friday night was a shit show. After that, it was great. Drank a good chunk amount of beer, hung out. Didn't really do much else.
Sounds better than my weekend.
That was I guess.
Even though it
weekend
started
was-
rough.
I was concerned my car was gonna be total out or some shit, but the ditch I was in was probably about a 2-3 foot deep ditch.
My weekend just consisted of being really sick and going to the tire place 3 days in a row because they kept telling me they'd have the tires in, and they didn't until they finally did, and then I just waited forever. That was like my whole weekend, just working, getting tires, and trying
Getting
not
sick.
to die.
I feel like
My
I need to
whole
get tires
weekend
just to
was
keep
great.
up with everybody.
Yeah, you need new tires. We both did.
Everyone's doing it.
You do need new
Everybody's
tires.
doing
I
it.
do, though. I really
Everybody's
do.
doing it.
Legitimately does need new tires.
Yeah,
All right.
I did. So so I don't know why I forgot to get the beer out before we started, but I just want to explain what we're drinking right now. We're drinking this IPA, or not IPA. Gosh,
Lager of the Lakes.
This Pilsner, this Bohemian Pilsner from Bell's called
Bohemian
Lager of
Rhapsody.
the Lakes. And it is the most beautiful can. I don't know if you guys can see this very well because the camera's not all
Take
that
a
close.
gander.
Ooh, that is.
This
good,
is
though.
like the most beautiful
It is
can of
good.
the Great Lakes right here. So nice Michigan Pilsner. I don't know. I really like it. So we had a Wisconsin Pilsner last time, so I felt
Taking
like
it
we
back.
had to take it back. Yeah.
We're taking them back.
There's a little bit of a war going on with us between Wisconsin and Michigan as far as beer goes.
At least
a little
Pilsners.
behind the scenes baseball for you.
A little behind the scenes. Next up the bat, Michigan.
Yep. So
Taking it home.
Batting average of 700.
Knock it out the park.
All right. So this week we are going to be going over we're going to add some beer facts into this one, actually, not just beer reviews. We're actually going to elaborate more on the beer.
you can actually
Aspect of
learn
it.
something. You didn't come here for free. You
We're
have
going to do
came
some
here to
learning
learn.
today.
Yeah. We're gonna have some more Who the Hell Cares news. We're gonna have a main subject of like the Dad-Bods and kind of just dealing with the whole being an adult and exercise, being a male adult and exercising in the holiday seasons and everything like that.
Ooh.
I know.
pumpkin pie.
Give me some rolls.
I know.
Give me rolls for my rolls.
No, dude. You know what's
It is the rolls though. I could eat like a million butter rolls.
You know what's worse though? Honestly, like pumpkin pie and everything like that. You see the pie, and usually it's only one pie.
Yeah, it's not as hard for me with that.
It's the Christmas cookies because you eat one, and then you eat two, and then
and
before
you
you know
make
it,
a million. Your family makes a million
Cookie
day.
Christmas
and,
cookies.
and before you know it, you've had a dozen of them, and you didn't even notice you had a dozen of them.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll get more into that on the actual subject. And then we're gonna do some "Am I a Bitch?" We'll leave that one. We'll always leave it as a surprise. And this
And it's
week
not
in Nerdville.
food or drink related.
Yeah, we're gonna be trying out. We're gonna also be talking about and trying out some new segments. See what you guys are into, and then we're
Need
gonna end
some
this with some
feedback.
Twitch chat. So if you guys listen to this later, and you want to come over to twitch.tv/burleybros. After every show, we do just chatting and talk with the audience, and
We'd love to hear from you.
yeah,
Seriously, we would.
yeah, we'd like to get your guys' input on stuff. So, who's got the first segment this week?
I believe that's me.
That's you. That's Dirty Dan.
The real Dirty
Real Dirty Dan.
So
What you got for us?
one
Hit me
thing
with
that
it.
gets me is like with today, it seems we have a constant news cycle, and so pretty much
You mean like
anything-
every 30 seconds?
exactly. And it seems like everyone has something to say, and just they feel like, oh, I feel like I have to say this, so let's make a news story out of it. And I go to Yahoo News or just Yahoo.com, which is probably my fault for
Yeah, that's probably. I mean, it's a default on a lot of
yeah.
computers if you don't
You
change
gone
it.
down messed up.
So
Yeah.
they're probably one of the worst
Yeah?
ones that do it.
I'd
Like
agree.
every third story is something.
They're basically E-entertainment news, but like worse.
They're
Yeah.
TMZ.
Yeah, they're the TMZ of
The TMZ of internet.
TMZ of the internet.
Internet news.
I think TMZ is the TMZ of the internet, but you know what I mean?
No, dude, they got the TV show. Yahoo doesn't have its own TV show.
True.
Anyways,
We can work on that.
Yet.
But it was weird because like I saw a story like a month or two ago, and I thought, why is this even a thing?
because
And-
society.
Exactly. But and then just recently, like just today, I saw another one of basically the same story with just absolutely no, connection to society or anything.
Or any real human interest.
Exactly. The first one was this lady who was. It sounds like the author was just trying to make a word count. Like it was written how I would write a paper in high school.
A word.
Damn, I'm 200 words short.
Very, very, very scary.
Very,
Yes.
very, very, very spookatacular.
So
I need
it's like,
letters.
This mom was horrified when she checked the baby monitor after putting her 18-month-old son to bed and noticed what looked like another infant in the crib with him. And what basically happened was it was the mattress. Like there's a picture of a baby on the mattress. And she was like, oh my God, my baby has a ghost. And she didn't even do anything. She just watched the monitor the whole night.
Oh,
What a terrible mother.
It's not like,
Let's see what happens.
Hey,
Get the popcorn. Get the popcorn,
honestly,
honey.
would you not? I'd be like, all right, what's gonna happen here?
I'd want
How's
to see
this
if it'd start like spinning its head around and puking on the walls.
Then that's when you make a executive decision to go in there.
yeah.
this baby's going to attack me. It's every man for himself.
It's gonna happen.
And so that was the first story like a month ago. And just recently, like I think it was today, another story comes out of demented babies on baby monitors.
Yeah, I saw that. It's been all over my Twitter feed too.
Yeah, it's like-
which is Twitter and Yahoo the same now? Like, as
Basically
far
so.
as feeds go,
I think so.
that's where the news comes from.
I think that's all it is. Yeah.
And so everyone's like, "Oh my God, this baby is so demented," and it's just basically,
It's just like isn't
Yeah.
it like a black and white night vision?
it's like a night vision picture.
Yeah. Like
So-
eyes glow in night vision.
Yeah,
It's not that weird.
but they felt like they had to write a news story.
I feel like everyone with a Twitter egg, if they could say the right thing loud enough, gets a news story. Like everybody gets their 15 seconds of fame. I just haven't bitched loudly enough on Twitter yet to get my Yahoo news story.
Like people
Damn it.
need to
Working on it though.
come to
I'm
the point
working
of
on it.
like, just because you can write a news story
yeah,
doesn't mean you should.
yeah.
You just got to be like, who the hell cares sometimes?
I think that's like 90%. Like I'm honestly so incredibly sick of Twitter being news stories. Like this is what someone tweeted. Who cares? Like that's not a
Nobody.
news story.
Not a damn.
That's not a
person.
news story. You know, what was this the other day? Like I want to say it was Brian Stelter, but I'm probably wrong.
Helter Skelter.
Like literally, it was on CNN, I think. There's like this 10-minute news segment about all of President Trump's misspelled tweets. Who, like, seriously, why is Twitter news now?
That's because you can't edit on Twitter, and that's bullshit.
It
That's the
is.
problem.
I know, because I make that mistake all the time. I swear it looks good. I hit send. I'm like, shit.
Delete.
And
Redo it.
I will copy, delete, paste, and fix the. I hate it that much.
Yeah, it drives me insane when I see
It does,
miss,
but it's
an
like,
You
error.
would think he would know that though. Like, he's the smartest man alive, right?
I mean, he's the smartest man alive. But yeah, I mean, listen, people,
It's gonna
Listen
be
up.
huge. Huge.
Listen up.
it's huge. I've got an IQ of 7,000. No, it's just, but like with anybody, I don't care who it
Yeah.
is. I don't want to see a news story about your tweet.
Exactly.
I don't care literally about anybody's tweet.
I don't even like-
I don't want to hear what Chrissy Teigen's tweeting. I just don't give a shit what Kim Kardashian thought about last
Anything.
night's Masked Singer. I just don't care. It's not a news story. Anything. Yeah. I like that one. What Kim Kardashian cares about anything. So, yeah. I don't know. Who the hell cares? I'm right there with you. So,
I feel like we have a lot less before our beers.
Huh?
we have a lot less what?
A lot less segment before beers.
Yeah, I know. We cut out a segment before the beers, and I'm like, this feels short.
It just does feel weird.
We should add something back in. I don't know.
Anybody else got anything else? Anybody see anything else interesting?
Talking about Twitter.
I mean, anything. I mean,
I'm still going on about that stupid.
I
I'll just say it. I'm just still going on about that funny tweet from Andrew Yang. Like, I just can't get over the fact that that's so to give you guys some backstory, because I'm sure no one here knows who Andrew Yang is, because I'm pretty sure he's polling at 0.00001%. But apparently he's running for president, and he tweeted something out yesterday along the lines of, "I'm literally trying to give you money," because his whole platform is around like giving everybody $1,000 a month. Like that's his thing. Like doesn't matter who you are, and it's like I just can't get over the fact that somebody was so desperately low in the polls. And this isn't a left or right like issue. It's not not trying to get in not trying to get into politics, but I just think it's hilarious that someone is so desperate. Like I will literally give you money. Just please, someone,
like $20
I feel like it's fair
more than
game.
my mother, vote for me.
Because we just said something about Trump. So equal opportunity.
Yeah, it's equal opportunity. We're equal opportunity offenders.
Yeah, like we're gonna piss off everybody.
I honestly, who am I going to piss off? I think like he has 6 voters in the country.
You just pissed me off.
Yeah.
I voted for him.
You've lost my vote.
One of his voters is listening right now, and they're unfollowing this show. Yeah, that was my favorite. Yeah, I'll just screw it. We're going through this fast as far as getting to the thing. So I was gonna say this at the end, but I have this idea for a tweet of the week segment. So you guys should tweet us, add us at the Burley Bros shows, the Burley Bros show. If I could speak, I swear.
Drop it in the
Tweet us
Drop it
at
in the
Burley
chat.
Bros
Drop
show.
them in the DMs.
Drop it in the chat.
Drop it in the chat right there. So yeah, tweet us the funniest tweets you guys seen, and maybe we'll cover them next week. So
Yeah,
If
I'll
you're
be-
lucky.
if you're lucky,
I'd be really
If we
interested
love
to
you.
see what people can come up with.
yeah.
Challenge is on.
Challenge
It's not hard. I should save more tweets because sometimes I don't know if they're funny if I'm just like face palm. Like I swear that's like 90% of scrolling through Twitter. It's like
It could be either or.
God damn, it's so bad.
Mostly
These
face
people
palm.
It's so
exist?
stupid.
These people exist.
It's like why did we give these people a voice? What have we done?
Can we cut off internet to certain people?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, right.
It's like Frankenstein looking at his creation.
What have I done?
Oops, what have I done? All right, what do you say we get into some beer review?
Beers.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Time to get that beer drinking on. I mean, we've already started, but we're going to be trying 4 new beers like we always do every week.
Did I grab the right one?
Nope, not an odd side. We're done with the odd sides.
We've done an odd side every week. We did 2 the first
This one's
week.
this one's Dirty Mike's. This one's mine.
Guessing it's this one?
Oh, it is outside.
You got 2 odd sides.
All right, well-
all we buy are odd sides. You know,
I wanna try
I
the
thought,
Which
I thought I was
outside
good.
are we
I want to try the marshmallow one.
Yeah, me
That
too.
one's not cold, though.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
This one, the marshmallow one's coming.
All right, fine.
That's why I bought it, because I like the name.
I was
But
going to get
was
that
one.
one. I was debating between that one and the
I don't think we can even debate anymore on what our favorite Michigan beer is. We seem to buy Odd Side Ales beer every week, and it's
They're
always
just
good.
everywhere, so it's
It was like the winner of our.
It's everywhere.
It was the winner of our first week.
it's like the herpes
best
of beer.
Here,
Yeah.
since I'm going to be reading and doing some stuff,
Yeah,
you
yeah, we'll
guys
pour.
could
We'll do
so
some pouring.
generously pour my beers for me.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to start off while they're pouring some beers. I'm going to do some teaching of what a Bach beer is, because since we're all kind of new to the beer industry, well, newish to the getting into the craft, real deep craft beer industry, I guess. I'm learning a lot about different beers, and I've never heard a lot of beers never heard of. Blah. So, a Bach beer is a bottom fermented lager that generally takes extra months of lagering, cold storage, to smooth out. Sorry, I can't read that way down. Smooth out such a strong brew. Bach beer is generally stronger than your typical lager, more of a robust malt character with dark amber to brown hue. And there's a lot of different subgenre. Oh, you can't pour a beer.
I pulled a piece.
You gave me all the head.
There's several
all the head.
several sub-styles of a Bach, which is like a Maibach, Hellesbach, Hellerbach, a paler, more hopped version generally made from consumption at spring festivals. Doppelbock, or which is also called a double Bach, a stronger and maltier version. An Eselbach, a much stronger version made by partially freezing the beer and removing the ice that forms. So I feel like this is a good one to go since we're kind of getting into colder weather, because this is a lot of times made during the winter.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had a Bach beer, but that's interesting.
I've had one. Sammy Adams Bach, their chocolate Bach. It wasn't bad, but
I think I had.
I want to try an actual craft brew Bach and not just
Fancy Brewing Company just got one.
Oh, we'll have to go check that out. Traditional Bach is a sweet, relatively strong 6.3 to 7.2 by volume.
If you want to pour the left side.
Lightly hopped, 20 to 27 IBU, so not that bittery hoppiness. Lager. The beer should be clear. A color can range from light copper to brown with a beautiful and persistent off-white head.
So where did you say this one comes from? Like,
It's a German beer.
it's a German beer.
It's a German beer.
Oh, I figured with the name Bach.
Yeah, right. The aroma should be malty and toasty. That's what makes it really intrigues me.
That sounds good. And I love this idea. So we've been talking about this for a while. Is like, I like to know where beer comes from and like the story behind each one, because there's so many flavors and so many types, and we were hoping that as we grow and learn about beer, that we could kind of share that with you, and we could all learn about beer together.
See, what I like about this one for a beer is it says that there should be maybe a hint of alcohol, just a small hint of that alcoholiness, but mostly there should be no detectable hops or fruitiness. So it's just supposed to be a really, really good lager. The mouthfeel is smooth.
I like that because I don't like overly hoppy.
No, neither do I. And this is another thing that gets me about it. The mouthfeel is smooth with a low, moderate carbonation and no astrinity.
What?
Astrinity.
Trinity. Trinity's ass.
Astringency.
Astringency.
The best part of
I don't know what that
Matrix
word
2.
is. The taste is rich and toasty, sometimes with a bit of caramel. This
sounds
beer
good.
just sounds delicious.
We really should have picked a beer that we are drinking tonight, because you're making me want a Bach
I know.
beer. That sounds good.
The style known as a Bach was a darky, malty, light hopped ale first brewed in the 14th century by German brewers in, I'm not even going to try to pronounce
14th
it.
century. Is that like plague times? What was the plague?
Hanseatic?
Did you guys see that story about the bubonic plague coming back in China?
Yeah, I did.
Should have mentioned that.
The style from Enbach
call
was
it a
later
comeback.
adapted by Munich brewers in the 17th century and adapted to new lager style of brewing. Due to their Bavarian accent, citizens of Munich pronounced Enbach as Enbach, a billy goat. And thus, the beer became known as a Bach. A visual pun, a goat often appears on Bach labels. So
nice.
That's kind of just a quick thing about Bach beers. I thought they sounded tasty and interesting.
Yeah, so if you guys like this beer history, beer facts, we'll keep doing it every week. So I want to do it. I like learning about this stuff.
So let's go
Talk about our beers.
Let's go through and taste test, and I'll do another little beer segment, beer information.
So we're gonna start from our left, and that would be Oddside Ale's Project Mayhem, Belgian style Indian Pale Ale. Project Mayhem, isn't that? Oh, excuse me, isn't that a Fight Club? Isn't that what they call the project eventually?
I think so.
Yeah, Project Mayhem.
Project Mayhem.
Yeah, that's what it becomes.
It is.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they start
All right.
blowing up buildings, and it's not a Fight Club anymore. It's a terrorist organization.
So you can
It's
talk
awesome.
about them.
So, yeah, third week in a row with an Oddside Ale. Let's taste it out.
Cheers.
It smells like an outside ale.
It does. That is.
Ooh, that is good. Nice. It's smooth, but with just enough carbonation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm not an IPA person generally, but
That's a
that
good
is
IPA.
a damn good IPA.
It's not too hoppy or bitter.
No.
What's the IBUs? Does it say?
It says you're not a beautiful and unique snowflake. I love that.
Oh, that's just rude.
It's gonna.
I've been
hurt
lied
my
to.
Feelings. It doesn't. Say.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say some beers say because I'm trying to figure
Yeah, it
out
doesn't
where I
say.
like my IPAs, like what IBU I like my IPAs at.
It's 8.5% alcohol by volume. Doesn't say much. Oddside doesn't put a lot of information on their bottles, but they don't need to. You taste it, and you're like, yep. You don't need a bunch of information. You just need to know that it's freaking good.
It's got just the right amount of like fruitiness to
Yeah.
it. Is it a Belgian?
I was gonna
style?
say there is a little bit
Yeah, I
of.
figured with
little
it
bit
not
of
just being a
there.
straight IPA, that it would sort of.
That's where that citrusy kind of orange juicy.
Yeah, it's almost got an orange juicy.
It's the Belgian in it. That's good. Good choice.
and the
for
hops
your
are
jam.
like there, but they're not.
Yeah.
Well, you got the citrus.
It doesn't
cut
feel like
through
I'm
it.
choking on a car air freshener.
I feel like citrus goes really well with hops and
Yeah.
IPAs because it helps cut through some of that bitterness.
That's why the IPAs I generally like have a citrus taste to them.
I felt like I had to mix it up quite a bit because we've done doing the same type of flavors and type of flavor backgrounds. So
Yeah.
Fun fact, since we're talking about IPAs, I guess Bell's will be coming out. I just was listening to Beer Guys Radio. If you guys like beer, check out their podcast. Good podcast. But Beer Guys Radio was talking about Bell's is coming out with a black-hearted IPA. It's supposed to be a black IPA. I'm like, that sounds intriguing.
I like Bell's too.
So do
That's the first beer we started drinking tonight was Bell's, and I dig their stuff.
And I like their two-hearted IPA.
Two Hearted.
I've had a black IPA, and I actually like black IPAs better than
I don't think
regular
I've had a
IPAs.
black IPA, but I'm gonna have to try that, especially if Bell's making it.
Yeah.
So.
All right, what's next?
Next is Rogue Santa's Private Reserve. Ooh, what is this? This is a dark ale brewed with candy cap mushrooms
no drinking
and
is
lots of
fine.
hallucinogens.
Hell yeah.
8.1% alcohol per volume.
Oh my god, dude. That smells like straight maple syrup.
Oh my gosh.
It's one of the 4 major food groups.
It is. I was gonna say that. It does. It smells amazing.
That is smooth and fantastic.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
feel like that
Rogue's
one-
another one. They're not in Michigan, are they? Is Rogue? Where's Rogue from?
No,
They're good.
Not. They're not from Michigan.
They're good though. They make good stuff.
I just want to smell this. Where do I get this as a car scent?
I know. Can I get like air freshener?
Did you
of
read
this?
this?
It's amazing.
Did you say?
I didn't. I read what it was, but I didn't read anything else on it.
Did you? What did you say? What did you say?
I said it is a dark ale brewed with candy cap mushrooms.
Okay. 'Cause
This
the
year,
back-
Santa visited us in Newport and brought along some candy cap mushrooms that he had picked himself. He said they would add a delicious maple flavor to the brew, and boy, was he right. Boasting a deep, sweet maple flavor and aroma, this year's Santa's Private Reserve is certain to bring the holiday cheer. It has a strong
because
maple flavor. and
other
it's
picture
really good.
says bacon wrapped dates, fried chicken, and waffles, Christmas cookies. Oh,
What?
damn.
Pair it with.
Oh,
It gives you an idea what to pair
don't
it with.
read-
I would
completely?
pair this. Oh, hell yeah. Bacon wrapped
Dates,
anything.
bacon wrapped dates. Would
Oh,
be
fried
really-
chicken and waffles.
Hell yeah.
This would be the ultimate beer with chicken and waffles.
Yeah, it would. Solid. Like all day I drink.
Are we going to
that.
go get chicken and waffles after the podcast?
It's a possibility.
I think it's
Could
going to happen.
It could happen.
I haven't had chicken
All
and
right,
waffles in a while.
Put that beer back in the fridge and we'll take it.
Yeah, no shit. All right, so I decided to get one in honor of the three of us called Three Philosophers.
The three philosophers. I don't know.
We're
what
not philosophers.
We're philosophizers.
We'll
We're
philosophize for you.
We're philosophians.
Yeah, we'll philosophize for you a
We're
little bit.
falafels.
This is a blend of
you some of those
quadruple. This is a blend of quadruple ale and Belgium Creek ale with cherries. I literally knew nothing about this. I just saw one that said Three Philosophers. I'm like, that sounds interesting. Generally, when I go to pick out new beers, I just go, that looks interesting, because I just like trying things.
It has the interesting smell.
New idea for a Christmas
it does.
stream.
It does smell pretty.
You dress up as the three wise men.
It does smell. You can smell the cherries in it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very
It's very strong.
cherry bitter.
Yeah. It's really bitter.
Ooh.
It's really bitter. It's really bitter with definitely the cherries. I really don't know what to say other than it's.
It kind of tastes like toothpaste.
Borderline medicine. A little bit.
Borderline
not-
toothpaste.
Hey, like I said, I just want to try. You don't know if you like something unless you're willing to risk
Oh,
it
yeah.
for the biscuit. So
Like that end flavor makes me
I've
think
always
Colgate.
been like that, and it's been hard for me. Like I'll pick out movies and music and whatever. I just want to try things that are like off the beaten path a little bit, and it bites me in the ass as much as it shows me something good. But
No.
you just gotta be willing to risk it, right?
No. Not a fan.
Huge on cherries. I can do like cherry flavors a little bit more than
I'm
just
not
like,
a
actual
fan.
cherries.
It tastes like medicine.
It tastes like Colgate
Yeah,
toothpaste.
it tastes like.
But you just were sick, so I mean, it might make you feel better.
Yeah, there you go.
That's true. Maybe maybe it's a little bit of Grandpa's old cough medicine. There we go.
All
All right, let's wash that taste out with something else that's cherry. This is Little White Lie Tart Cherry Belgian Style Ale. And this one comes from Monkey's Fist Brewing in Traverse City, Michigan.
I figured I had to get something while I was up there that's a little bit more in that area.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of beers out of Traverse City, so this will be interesting. Ooh. It smells like a Sam Adams.
It tastes like a Sam Adams. It's really not that much different than a Sam Adams. To be
It
honest
tastes.
with you.
What's the one that we were drinking the crap out of?
cherry wheat.
Yeah, this tastes and smells like Sam Adams cherry wheat.
It's a little bit lighter version of that. Like it's not so strong. It's not bad.
That's exactly what it tastes like. I would say maybe it's not as good as that.
Yeah,
but it's good. It's
good.
solid.
It's a good.
I'd drink it.
It's a good.
I feel like we kind of went down in quality.
Victory!
as we went along. No. That's like not even true though. I would say this was the worst one. The one that I picked out, Three Philosophers.
Thanks.
I would not get that again. That's the first time that we picked, and of course it was me.
Of course,
Of course it was me. That's the first time we've had one on this show where we're like, we've liked everything so far that we tried. I mean,
It's
you
bound to happen.
cannot go wrong with Oddside. Like literally, I don't think you can. Rogue, I've not had anything from them I don't like yet.
Have you had anything other by them?
Yeah, I've had a few.
Okay.
Even their Bat Squatch IPA is not bad.
Yeah, the Bat Squatch. I've had a few by Rogue. I've never heard of. This is from Ami Gang Brewing out of New York. I just never heard of it. Just looked interesting. Not a fan. I don't know. What do you guys
on
think?
New York beers.
Michigan beers are better.
Take it.
Yeah, we have 2 Michigan beers here, and I gotta figure out where Rogue is from. Hold on.
Ohio, I think.
Is it Ohio? So
think-
Midwest beers is what I'm saying, right?
I believe it's Ohio. I could be
I
wrong.
was thinking it was Ohio or Wisconsin or something, but I don't remember. It doesn't say.
Do we have to do Google search?
I don't know. Maybe.
It's worth a Google.
It's worth the Google.
All right, so favorite beer this time.
Favorite beer? Rogue.
Mine.
Hands down.
I'm about to
Nope.
go with Rogue.
That was good.
Wait, was that you again?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
What can I say? I know
Yours
how to
was
pick beer.
good. but it
Okay.
wasn't mine.
Rogue. Hold on. I got to taste this again out. I got to taste this again between the odd side and the Rogue. Hold on.
I'm trying to give you money.
I know. I love the odd side. It's just that you picked. Okay, so it's probably the best IPA I've had in a while.
Okay, yes, I would say this is probably my
So
favorite
if,
IPA.
it's hard for me to judge apples to oranges though, because IPAs are just not my thing as
Okay,
much.
so why don't we redo this segment?
Maybe we should redo the segment and like pick all IPAs one week or something,
Yeah.
so we can compare them fairly. Because it's so hard to compare a maple
syrupy
dark
goodness.
ale, which is syrupy goodness,
Yeah,
to a
it's-
hoppy,
it's,
citrusy IPA.
It's just that. I mean,
That
it's
is
just
what it is.
That's the best maple beer I've ever had.
It is amazing. Like even though that's one of the better IPAs I've had, this is one of the best beers
Yeah, like
I've had.
if
This is really
somebody
good.
set these two in front of you, you're gonna drink this over the IPA.
Oh, holy shit! It's like
But
drinking maple syrup.
If we
It's
have
so good.
if we had 4 IPAs sitting here, more than likely this is the
If
IPA
you
I'd
had
be drinking.
both those
Oh, yeah,
with
for sure.
$100 in front of mine, though.
yeah,
well,
maybe.
yeah, I'd drink it because it's still a damn good beer.
It is. And I'm coming from someone I've actually been learning to enjoy IPAs more.
So have I.
But they're just not my favorite beer.
Why do they exist?
IPAs are the pumpkin spice lattes for hipsters. No, I'm just kidding.
Get that man bun going.
Yeah. No, I don't. I'm not huge on IPAs, but I really dig this one. I would say this and M43 are the 2 best IPAs I've had.
Yeah.
Very similar tasting. So I mean, I feel like that's probably
They
why.
are. They both have a citrusy. They actually, in a blind taste test, I'm not sure I could tell them apart. It does taste a lot like M43.
I think I could tell M43 are different because it has
more pineapple-y, I
It's
think.
more pineapple.
Oh
and it
yeah, I
has,
didn't think
it
about
has the
that.
pulp
It does have the pineapple.
Gotta
pulp.
shake it up.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do, like I said, do just a little bit more fun. It's gonna be more of a fun fact.
Yeah.
Kind of
Tell
beer.
us some more beer stuff.
So these are gonna be the 19. Let me read the title so I don't screw this up. 19 American breweries you need to experience in person. You can't just drink the beer. You have to go to the actual brewery.
So we'll find out who wins.
I'm not gonna read the short description for all 19 of them. But I will tell you the 19.
Yeah, maybe highlight 1 or 2.
Yeah, we got Avery Brewing Co. in Boulder, Colorado. We got Blue Mountain Brewery in Afton, Virginia. What was that one you just said? Yours. Omni Gang?
Omni Gang.
Omni Gang?
Omni Gang.
Ami Gang.
Yeah, Brewery Omni Gang in Cooperstown, New York is one that you have to go see.
Really?
Liars.
Yeah.
Maybe
Just
it's
get a
better-
different beer.
Buy something different.
Just don't get the cough medicine.
Don't get the cough
Three
medicine.
Philosophers.
Dang.
I'm probably being way too harsh on this beer. It's not. Yeah, it is bad.
I wonder if
Never
this is
mind.
one my
It's
sister
not
works
that
at.
good.
She works at a brewery now. But this is Cascade Brewing Barrel House, Portland, Oregon.
No, she works.
Yeah, man, I just
at-
can't get into this.
Not that one. If
Okay.
if I hear it, I'll know. What
Okay,
it is.
this one I might read a little bit because this just sounds interesting. This is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So, Lucro, if you're listening, tell me about this. It's called the Church Brew Works. People often joke that beer is loved in town. Love is its own religion. Jeez, that was a mouthful for some reason. The folks at Church Brew Work seem to be taking the notion literally. While there are many bars out there in refurbished churches, CBW actually keeps the aesthetics, letting you sit in pews and drink beers poured from tanks right out of the altar.
All right.
Yes,
wow.
please.
I want to go. That sounds interesting.
So we got to go to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I got to give a quick shout out also since you're talking about Lucro. Sandwich said that Afton, Virginia, that's where she's from.
Oh, really?
So for you
can't
guys
claim
who
both.
don't know, we are streaming this live on Twitch. So we got a chat going on. We're going to be chatting with people afterwards. So if you guys want to be there, again, twitch.tv/burleybros. And Sandwich is in chat, and I do another podcast with Sandwich called Totally Plausible Conspiracy Theories. So check it out,
This is actually
if you will.
this is a beer I've actually want to try. Dogfish Head Craft Beer Brewing. I've never had anything.
You've never
from
had
that.
any
No.
Dogfish Head?
They're for that's
I've had one or two.
I've
from
seen them. I don't know if I've ever.
You know
bought
what?
them.
I
Milton,
actually
Delaware.
almost got Dogfish Head instead of Ami Gang today.
Founders Brewing Co. Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yes.
Boom.
Founders is the
Founders apparently has
sub-pumping
amazing
heart
beer,
of one
or amazing food.
of one of America's truly great beer towns.
Yes.
So there are plenty
Yup.
of reasons to venture to the brewery beyond hoping you'll find some you'll find some KBS on tap. KBS.
Oh, we had
Such a
KBS
good-
on our first one, didn't we?
Yes.
Well, it was one of our sippers. Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
one,
so
yeah,
it was one of our
after
separate. It's one of the actual ones I brought.
I drank it. That's all I'm gonna say. It was good.
Great Lakes Brewing Company, Cleveland, Ohio. They make good beer.
They do. They make Holy Moses and a couple other good ones.
Uh,
I dig them.
Jester,
Oh, they make the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yep.
That one's good.
Jester King Brewery, Austin, Texas.
Okay.
Kennebec River Brewery, The Forks. What's ME?
Maine.
Maine? Is that Maine? ME?
Emmy's
Okay,
Maine.
Maine. I'm
Yeah.
suck with my geography.
Well, there's so
You-
many M's.
I know.
MN. Like MN could be, if you think about it, could be Michigan, Maine, or Minnesota, and it's Minnesota.
Yeah.
MN.
New
Yeah.
Belgium
So
Brewing
confusing.
Company, Fort Collins, Colorado. They're on here twice now.
Oh, nice.
Skip that one.
Colorado.
Skip.
Colorado is actually, when I was looking up like best places to drink beer, Michigan is in one of them. Colorado was the other one. Colorado was up in the top.
They had a Count Chocolate beer I want to try, but I have to
Yes,
go
we were
there.
talking. We keep talking about the Count Chocula beer, and we have to. If somebody's from Colorado listening,
Send
send us
us.
some Count Chocula.
I guess they got like a bunch of shit about that, and they had to like, I don't know. I was listening to the beer guys, right, and they were talking about that some today. But
Well, didn't they like basically buy out all the Count Chocula in
The
their
first
whole-
year, yeah.
yeah. Anyways, this one, Sandwich, if you're listening, you'll be happy about this. New Glarus Brewing, New Glarus,
Yes,
Wisconsin.
I do want. We got to go actually to New Glarus.
Oh my
sometime,
gosh,
for
dude!
sure.
Look at this one, the Pelican Pub and Brewery. Doesn't even say where it's at. Oh no,
I think that's Oregon.
I don't know, but
Oregon?
that looks gorgeous.
That
It's
is
like Castle.
that is a
Look at that one
beautiful.
rock.
We got to like start getting pictures ahead of time and throwing them up on screen.
the
for you
Pike
guys.
Brewing Company, Seattle, Washington. Russian River Brewing Company, Santa Rosa, California. Selkirk Abbey, Post Falls, Idaho. We've been there quite a few.
Post Falls. We've been there. Wait. What's Selkirk Abbey?
Yeah, Selkirk.
Well, I
Abbey.
mean, yeah, we were 21 when we lived over there. I don't know why. I don't
We
think
didn't
I've ever
drink
been.
beer.
We didn't drink beer back then, really much.
Stone Brewing Co., Escondido, California.
Escondido, I used to live there.
Shirley
Did you know that?
Brewing Company. Yep.
Yeah.
Minneapolis. Teos Mesa Brewing. El Prado,
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
New
yeah.
Mexico.
And
Maybe
that's
about-
it.
Check out
I-
those breweries. If they're
I
in
will-
your
I will
town,
keep
if they're
this
in your
up.
state, go look at them.
I will keep this up on my phone, and after the show, I will
it.
post it in the Discord if people.
Yeah, we'll
wanna
throw
check
in the
it out.
Discord. I'll throw a link up for you guys. We'll put it on Twitter. So yeah, definitely follow us on Twitter at Burly Bros Show.
All right, I'm gonna smash this one you bought.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of this freaking
Power through.
because that's just bad.
It is bad.
I just brushed my teeth.
All right.
Oh no!
Blue
Let's
Seas
get into
won't
our.
let me.
Let's keep drinking beer, but let's get into our main subject tonight.
I
Who
mean,
wants to
what-
introduce us? This was Dirty Dan's idea, so let's let him introduce us to this.
So
You look like a deer in the headlights for a second. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not sure if he's actually going to speak when I said, or if he's just going to be like.
and
Okay.
back to you guys.
It's like maybe it's like Garth and you ever see in Wayne's World when he tells Garth to like take over the show for a minute, he's just like staring at the camera like freaking out. I was like, no, you do
for
it.
today's main topic, we have Dad-Bods and what it means. So my idea was to sort of explain our ideas about where the Dad-Bod falls on a scale, and our ideas for
10 out of 10. Is that what we're talking
Crank
about?
that shit to 11.
exactly, and sort of explain our ideas about like what is a healthy Dad-Bod and what our
What
goals
even
are.
is a dad
Yeah.
bod?
Sort of define
think
our
that's what we
ideas
need to
about
talk
I'm
Dad-Bods.
about 30 pounds away from the perfect dad bod.
Yeah, so some people have ways to go. And then sort of our goals for our own health and how we get tripped up on diets and exercise and
Yeah, so basically a fitness topic
yeah.
overall. So
Which we're all pretty passionate about. We just don't. We go
We
through
stumble.
our spurts where
Yeah.
we're really
we
solid
definitely
about it.
we definitely go. I go through
And then,
spurts for
like,
sure.
we're
I'll go
just
through
absolute
spurts of
trash
working out
about it.
like for a while there. Me and Beardkillies were working out 2 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week, like for a while. And
yeah, for damn near a year. I
yeah,
think.
it was a long time, and it was like awesome.
That was
but,
probably the most jacked I ever been at that time.
Yeah, we were fit back then. That
See,
was
for
only a
me,
few
like,
years
I
ago.
feel like
And now,
every other
now
year
I'm
is
starting
mine.
to gain this gut back. I'm like, being a truck driver and staying fit can be difficult.
What was that,
I'm
Dirty
not trying to
Dan?
make excuses.
it's like for me, it seems to be every other year. Like 2 years
Yeah.
ago, I
You
was
were-
down to 185.
you were
I was
skinny.
working out, and then busy season comes, and 1 year I'll work out during busy season, and then next year I won't. So all my progress goes downhill. And then coming out of busy season, I gotta usually takes a little bit for me to get back into it, and so
Yeah, I mean that's just
It's every other
life
year.
though. That's the thing. Like the whole thing about the dad bods. That's kind of what it is. You just kind of go with the punches of life, and you control yourself. You don't let it get to the point where it's overbearing, where you know, like, oh, I was 210 pounds last year, and now I'm 310 pounds. How the hell did this happen? Like,
I think that's a good example. It's basically trying to be fit and still having a life, still having kids, still having like a job and all
You
these
might
things.
work
like
60 hours a
work
week.
out.
the one thing
7
that
hours a day.
we always talk about with this subject that drives us all nuts a little bit is being a obese, lazy person is not a dad bod.
It's not even.
I'm sorry, it's not.
healthy or okay.
No, like if you're 500 pounds and you can't walk down your stairs, that's not a dad bod. Like there's a dad, like being a dad means lifting your kids and doing activities and taking them places and going hiking. It's like you might have a beer gut, but you can actually do stuff with your children.
I'm gonna say like being somebody who's over 200 pounds at 5'9", and there's a lot of times I've seen people that are younger and skinnier than me, and I can outwork them or outperform them in a lot of ways just because I'm constantly, even though I eat and drink beer, I'm
Yup.
constantly moving. Like I'm
I always thought
constantly
the
doing
idea
something.
of a dad bod was the flab over the muscle.
Yeah,
Like I really thought that's what it was.
That's
Like,
why
you might have some extra flab. You like beer. You have a job. You have a life.
Pizza.
Stressful. You like pizza, but you still can actually function.
That's
as
why
a human being.
on all my social media, I literally have dad bod extraordinaire because it's like I'm 220 pounds, but there's a lot underneath it you can't see.
Yeah, I mean, I think and also at our age, like it's just, I feel like in order to have a six pack at this age and with having a life,
Yeah.
it's just so unrealistic. Like when you look at it, it's like, oh yeah, you have to cut out every type of carb and drink a ton of water and like do all these things.
Beer
It's
has
like-
water.
Beer has water. My point is, like when I was in high school, I had if not like a super defined six pack, I had abs that you could see and they were defined in some way. And it's like that was a lot easier when I was 15 and in wrestling and working out all the time compared to being a truck driver at nearly 30.
Yeah.
It's like there's a point where you just have to realize, like, I like beer, I like food, I have kids, I have a life. I'm going to be
Sweets.
as fit as I can.
I like
but
cookies.
I'm not going to. There's
Pie.
going to be some flab here. That's what a dad bod is.
Yeah.
I always thought. I don't
Like-
think a dad bod is, I literally have to I have to grease up the doors to get out of my house. It's not the same thing.
tag team to wipe.
Yeah, tag. Oh my gosh. I was telling you guys
600-pound
that.
life is definitely
Not dad bod status.
Yeah, 600-pound life is like, there's a certain point where you really have to just be honest and tell people like, you're unhealthy. Like, you're going to die. Like, I've known some paramedics that they had to treat this guy, right? And he was so big that he took a broom handle and wrapped a towel around it to wipe. That was the only way he could reach his ass, was with a broom handle. They would stick
improvise
between
and overcome.
Yeah, it's like at some point, someone close to you needs to tell you like, this is
Put
not
the
this is not
fork
the
down.
cute dad bod. This is not like hashtag dad bod. This loving me in my own skin. It's like, no, you're going to die from a cardiac arrest at 27 years old. Like,
And we're
chill.
not- yeah, exactly. We're
Chill,
not trying
man.
to say like that we can't. Like body positivity exists to like you shouldn't belittle or just completely just try to just belittle
And
anyone.
discourage.
Yeah, discourage people
I
who
think
are
there's a-
overweight
Yeah, go ahead.
or even in that obese state to where it's becoming unhealthy. It's understanding like that. Yes, you're a person, and it's nothing like your size doesn't define who you are, but you
No, of course not.
need to consider your health and what all that extra weight's doing.
And it also
I don't even like telling people like these things because it sucks and it's hard because you love people and they're not just their fat, their body, whatever. But there is a point where it's disingenuous and almost wrong and cowardly, I think, to not actually have the conversations with the people you're close to and be like, hey, you're really unhealthy.
Yeah, at that point, you need to actually be a support system instead of an asshole. Like, you need to be like, hey.
Being a yes man is never, it's, yeah, go ahead.
It's like you need to be like, hey, you are unhealthy. It's not even so much that, like, it has nothing to do with, like, oh, you should be body positive or anything like that. It comes down to, like, you're physically unhealthy, and if you don't change, you could die. Like, there could be issues. There's a permanent issue.
There's certain
here.
things you shouldn't be positive about. Like
Yeah.
It's
being
to a certain
positive.
extent, it's
You know what I
enabling.
mean? Yeah, like that's what I mean. It's enabling somebody is not like in the name of body positivity. It doesn't make you a good person. It might make your life easier to not have to have those difficult conversations, but it doesn't make you a good person.
No.
You're not virtuous by ignoring a real problem that somebody's dealing with and killing themselves. I mean, that's because that's what it is. It's at some point at 4, 5, 600 pounds, you are killing yourself.
Yeah.
And it's depressing. It's depressing for the people around you. You can't possibly tell me that somebody that big is happy.
No.
I just don't believe it.
I mean, they are,
Like actually happy with their body. Like outside of, what people might say. Like I can't imagine being that unable to use your own limbs and being all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like there's some type of depression there that needs to be dealt with.
So moving on to, like, the thing that really gets me about the whole dad bod craze and, like, the whole what it pictures. If anybody right now is listening, Google dad bod and look at the pictures that pop up. What you will see is a bunch of mid-30s, mid-40 men that are probably pushing the point where they should really start to watch their weight because they're not a healthy thing. Like, I'm not saying I'm super healthy at all. Not even close.
Exactly.
But I could, if I need to, I could run a mile. It might take me 10 minutes, but I could run a mile. They're to the point where, like,
I don't work out a ton anymore, but every month I run 2 miles, at least once a month, and I can do it at least.
yeah, I'm saying, like, you look at these pictures that they call dad bods, and I'm like,
I'm a truck driver. I sit on my ass all day.
that's not really a dad bod because you pick up your kids 3 times in a row, and you're going to be winded. Like, I can sit there and toss my kid 20, 30 times in a row, and I'm winded, but I could still keep going
That's
and
the whole
doing
point
other
of a
stuff.
dad bod. Is like, because I know what it's like to be really busy and to look at my kids and know, like, I don't have time to give them right now, or I'm too tired and I have to come home from work. I work night shift and I have to come home and go right to bed. I don't want to look at my kids and say, because of my physical, shape, that I can't play with them and give them that joy. Like, I hate it now when I'm like working 14-hour days and I come home and I'm too tired to like spend time with them. I try to make that time. I try to take a half hour every day before I go to bed to spend with my kids, but I couldn't imagine not physically being able to do that, because that, and then calling it a dad bod, that's disingenuous. You're not being a father or a dad or whatever if you can't play with your kids.
They can't. They can't play
At
fetch.
all.
Just fetch.
Fetch. Yeah.
Go get it.
Play. Catch the laser pointer.
It works for animals.
It works for the cat. Probably would work on my
What do
kids,
you
to be
got,
honest.
Dirty Dan?
I was thinking, like, to a certain extent, the dad bod, there is a range because it's also personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even
That's why I was talking
now-
about functionality
Yeah.
more than size.
Yeah, exactly.
because at my weight, especially since the last couple of years, I was back to being healthy, running like I did my first 10K, and I was just in
You're
like
a saint.
one of the best.
There's no way in hell I'd be running a 10K ever in my life.
It was
I could.
yeah.
Nope, not doing it.
It was
I
more
ran a
than I've
5K.
ran
I've
ever
done
before.
it for not charity.
No,
I ran
it was just
I've
a
done
run.
it for because I was told to, but not for.
Yeah, he just did it for fun. That's what I'm saying.
it was
There's
just
no
my
way in
normal
hell
run.
I'd be
Oh, just for
doing
fun?
a 10K. I've done a 5K.
It wasn't like a sign up 10K.
I did
It
a
was just-
5K 3 months ago.
Anyways, keep going.
So even right now, I feel like I'm borderline past a dad bod because
yeah,
I
that's
feel
how
like,
I'm feeling.
just in my own personal opinion, I feel like I've sort of just based on what I've gained in like within the last year and a half. I know it's more than I wanted, so the personal aspect of it is also plays into like what people consider as a dad bod.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely, because like
I think
some people, they could be, it also has to do with the way you're built and all that kind of stuff. But there's some people that could be pushing 300 pounds that could be a phenomenal dad and have a great dad bod and stuff like that. Like for me, when I was working at Goodyear Tire doing semi tires and everything like that, when I was 200 pounds, I felt like I was pristine dad bod. Like I had a little bit of pudge everywhere, but I was damn fit and I could go and do stuff for long periods of time.
isn't that like I know this is an unpopular thing to say, but isn't that a little bit of shame like healthy though? Like isn't shame actually have a purpose at some point? Like because right now I'm maybe 180, 190. I don't feel happy with where I'm at physically because I've just been
Yeah, you got
thrown around by life a little bit over the last few months with some health issues and some stuff with the military and work screwing me, not screwing me, but just like throwing things at me all hours of the day and night and not being able to get like proper rest and proper schedule for my exercise and things like that. Like I'm not super happy with where I'm at right now, but I feel like that's a healthy amount of shame to have.
Yeah.
To motivate you to be like, man, I don't like this.
Maybe I should put that
I
extra
don't-
donut down.
Yeah. Maybe I should pick up some weights today. Maybe I should go on a jog.
Maybe I should even
do
do
some
yoga.
sit-ups before bed. Like I'm so bad at this. I've been good at this at points in my life, but it takes nothing to be like, hey, I'm home alone and I'm going to transition from playing video games to watching a movie or do this or that. I'm going to knock out 10 push-ups between these things. Like I used to do that and I should start it again, but it takes almost nothing to like throw in quick little bursts of exercise throughout your day as some type of measure against like becoming completely just out of shape.
And to elaborate some on what like Dirty Dan was saying about, it's all about a personal preference and like what you want to be in your personal thing and everything like that. We got me, Beer Achilles, and Dirty Mike. We're about the same height and everything like that. I'm about 220 some, pushing 230 pounds, and he's 180 pounds.
Yeah, roughly.
Like for me to be down at 180 pounds, I would be super, super skinny.
At my most fit as an adult, full grown, I was 155.
Yeah, I was 155.
185 was my best.
Yeah, well,
As
you're
an-
tall.
as an
You're the
adult.
taller.
Yeah,
tallest
you're
of the
too
three of
tall.
us.
Like 100. I haven't been
Few
150 pounds since I was 12 years old. Like that's a serious statement. Right
that was
there.
after basic training, where it was like almost an unhealthy like weight
But
loss.
I'm just getting at
But
the
yeah,
point. I'm
yeah.
just getting at the point. Like if he dropped down to like
I could
160,
go back to 160.
160, 170, he would be at like what he would consider his pristine dad bod. Whereas me at
I don't even
me
think
at-
I'd be a dad bod. If I was 160, I'd probably have a six pack
Ripped.
again. Like I would be ripped at
If-
that point.
Like if I was like 200, that'd be my pristine dad bod. Like it just comes down to your personal preference and how you feel. Like I don't think dad bod should be dictated by
I think
how
it's
much
a
you look.
number.
I think it's
Yeah,
about
or number, how
functionality.
much-
I think it's
yeah.
about like
Where
put
you
it-
can function the best at.
Put it this way. You know my grandpa. My grandpa is 5'6". He's like 130 pounds. He's a small dude. He is stronger than
5'6".
I don't know. I'm exaggerating.
He's like 5'4".
5'4". Is he serious? He's really short.
He's really short.
He is really short. He's short. He's small. He can't weigh more than 140 pounds. He's not. He's a small guy.
Benches 8 though.
But
Yeah.
that's my point. Growing up my whole life, my grandpa was never a tall person. He was always really skinny. He was always really small. But that dude was strong. Like functional strength is the whole point of the dad bod. Like being, big or flabby or whatever, but like actually being able to have some kind of strength, I think is the whole point. Like functionality is the point. That's at least how I look at it. And it goes the opposite for my grandpa because he was a tiny dude. But I remember being, peak fitness, 16 years old, working in an auto body shop, and I couldn't do things, and he would make me look like a bitch. At 75 years old, I'm like, damn, that guy had some functional strength. That's all I'm saying.
Well, speaking of, trying to find time and working in those exercises, during busy season, I work like 65, 70 plus hours a week.
You got one of those little squishy things at your desk?
No, we actually did exercise cards on Saturdays.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Like we'd assign an exercise to a particular suit, and then the number would be how many of that exercise you had to do. And so I think it would probably take 10, 20 minutes on a Saturday. We'd go through the whole deck, me and this other guy. And so we'd get, I think we did push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, and up-downs, something like that.
Okay.
So
it's probably nice to at least break up the
like
day with something
burpees?
else
yeah,
too.
burpees, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So that's one way we were able to, even during working hours, sort of mix in some exercise to sort of keep that healthy.
I mean, it is possible to mix in exercise throughout your day. Like, I mean, I know I'm a truck driver. I spend about an hour at every stop. I have like maybe 4 or 5 stops a night. I spend an hour doing some type of physical activity. And, when I'm being cognizant of it, I try to drop down and do push-ups at home. Like it sounds dumb, but it helps. Yeah. Or like one thing somebody told me once, and maybe I look like a goof, but I do this all the time, is like, don't walk places, run. And it's like, I'll get out of my car and I'll run to, inside Walmart, whatever. Like I just jog. It's like just being functional at some point. Like play with your kids. That's like a serious exercise. Like I throw my son around. And I'm like, yeah, this is as good as good as going to the gym.
When you're flinging
sometimes.
around a like 30-pound, 40-pound kid, like that's a hell of a workout.
It's better than a medicine bag.
When you do run in public, though, you have to Naruto run.
Yeah.
So,
all right,
that's science.
Thank you, Sammy.
So let's move on to since we're going into the holiday seasons and everything like that.
Yeah.
How do you guys
get through?
How do you guys get through it and not become total lard asses? Because I have a huge issue with it. It's the time of sweets, and that's my biggest downfall. Like, I can't stop. I just can't.
Well, last year was definitely a problem because that was my off year. So I just sort of ate whatever.
Fuck it.
So
Yeah.
trying to put on those pounds from 185. So
You were dirty bulking, right? Is that what you
exactly.
were doing?
I'm still doing it.
Still
so.
dirty bulking. I've been dirty bulking for 6 years.
I feel like January, I
Yeah.
just hate myself enough to start working out again because I don't control what I eat during the holidays.
It's so hard.
I have a fast enough, I don't, as the metabolism I did was in my teens.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't
for
either.
sure, but I have a fast enough metabolism to get through the holidays. Hate myself enough to go back to the gym in January.
It's not even like a resolution.
Yeah.
It's just,
Oh
my God.
my
Holy
God, I can't button my
shit.
pants.
Yeah,
Instead of buying a new wardrobe, I'm just going to bust out some cardio.
that's probably not good life advice. It's just how I deal with it.
How I deal with my problems.
I don't
After you,
know.
it's my
It's
life.
called balance.
It's called balance, people. It's called what do they call it? Binging and purging.
Like, seriously though, every single year. Well, probably not this year because I'm not going to give a rat's ass. But normally, like the years that I actually am working out, like I'll go up there and I'll take my plate and I'll grab a little bit of turkey,
Oh,
a
what
little bit of
snacks.
dressing and everything like that, and then the desserts come out, and I'm like, I want one of everything. There's 6 desserts. I want one of everything, and I eat one of everything. So that whole
Don't
monitoring and portioning out my
This
main
is-
meal was completely worthless. Like I should have just
It
ate
wasn't
like
worthless.
This
I
is
mean,
It
why
was
I-
pretty
you
worthless.
save some calories.
Because the whole calorie thing is intake to the
Outtake or output. Or,
output.
Yeah,
What
burn.
the hell?
Input to output.
Input to
ratio.
output. So if you input a shit ton of calories, and you're not going to output that much. There's really no saving yourself for that day.
See, when I was a teenager, I used to eat like my parents had a house and home, and I
So
would
did
go to
I.
these things, and I would like eat 5 plates of stuff, and then go for dessert. We used to.
I don't know how we haven't-
I don't know. Like we were. I had a bunch of cousins that were the same age as me, and we would just go and beat the shit out of each other after Christmas.
It's my pie.
Like we literally would. We would just like, all right, we're done eating, and we got nothing to do, and all this energy. We would just like wrestle and beat the crap out of each other. I don't know. That's the way we worked it off.
All right, so this is
Maybe
kinda,
not the most healthy way, but that's my family. Welcome to the Williams family.
This is gonna be a non-healthy segment, But off the top of my head, I will say it after I hear you guys. What is the best amount of food you've ever ate
Oh.
What do
in
you
one sitting? Like in
Ugh.
one sitting, how much food have you ate? And
Do you remember that time that we went to that buffet in Illinois after we hadn't eaten like all week?
God, yeah, that was bad.
That was pretty
We never
good.
had our taco eating competition though. I feel like missed
for
opportunity.
me, when I used to wrestle, I was always, binging and whatever and purging, whatever. I had to lose weight every week because I didn't have the weight to lose. I had to lose water weight, and I would like sweat off all this weight to make weight. And I worked out so much in wrestling to wrestle at my lowest weight that I could eat anything. And the best meal I remember eating is there's a place in Michigan called Tony's where you can get a pound of bacon with anything you eat. And I got 2 pancakes, like the size of, bigger than a dinner plate, and then a plate of hash browns, a pound of bacon, and 6 eggs. I think, I ate it all. I didn't leave a single scrap of that. That was pretty good.
The 2 times that come to my head are I have ate in one sitting 2 pounds of hamburgers, and
I was there, and I would have kept up with you, but we ran out of hamburgers.
I ate 2 pounds of
that's
hamburgers.
an excuse, man.
And I have sat down and ate 3 large pizzas and 3 bags of breadsticks in one sitting.
That's bad. I ate a whole. This doesn't sound that impressive, but I ate a whole Little Caesars, a whole bag of breadsticks, and a 2-liter of Mountain Dew an hour before wrestling practice.
I'm gonna say I ate 3.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever did because I puked it up. On
We
a
had
track.
a similar situation. For our summer basketball league, our coach, mind you, took us to all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet, literally right before practice.
I used to do
we call that
roofing, and
practice.
that's what the guy that would do. He would take us to a buffet, and I'm like doing a summer job in high school. I had no self-control. I stuffed my face at the Chinese buffet and then got back on that roof and started working hard. And it was
I'm gonna say when I
dumb.
both times that I ate that amount of food, I was 180 pounds. Like I was small compared to what I am now. 180 pounds. And yeah, it was 3 Little Caesars pizzas with three of their breadstick bags. I ate that in one sitting. Just one after another.
My most, I'd probably, when I go to Grand Rapids to visit my sister and my mom before she moved, there was 2 restaurants, Ming Ten and Le Kebab. And at Le Kebab, well, Ming Ten's an all-you-can-eat Chinese restaurant with sushi, like a sushi chef. And so I eat until I hate myself. And that usually works out. I want to die usually afterwards.
Most of my life, yeah.
And then at Le Kebab, I just order
I relate to that on a spiritual level.
So do I, because I can think of one place I do that every single time. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat that much, and I do it every single fucking time.
Exactly.
Every time.
If you don't hate yourself when you're done, then you didn't get your money's worth.
I'll tell you what place it is, because Dirty Mike will know what I'm talking about, and he'll agree exactly.
Yeah, I think
Pizza?
I know.
No.
Oh yeah.
I can eat a shit ton of Cece's pizza and walk out and be like, I ate a lot, but I probably could still eat more.
They would just give us like whole mac and cheese.
Anyways,
pizzas every
the
time.
Lickabobs, or whatever it was called.
yeah.
What's that place?
It's a Mediterranean place, so I'd just
Oh God, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Falafel.
yeah.
I've only just gotten into
spinach
Mediterranean
pies.
food, but we went there. When did
Rick
we go there for
Rick
some
Leaves.
birthday recently?
Sylvia's birthday.
Yep.
Yeah, holy cow.
Vicky Bobby.
That
Ricky
was the
Bobby's
coolest
birthday.
thing because it's like, I love the whole Mediterranean thing because when you have a group of 20 or whatever the hell we had, it's just like
Plates
of
upon
food
plates
everywhere.
upon
Everybody's just
plates.
walking around and just grabbing off everybody's
That looks
plate.
good.
It's like, oh yeah, let me have some of your lamb. You can have some falafel. Oh my gosh. That was the best meal I've had in a long time.
The place that
I won't forget
And that's why we're
that.
all borderline Dad-Bods.
Yeah.
So the place
I like
that
my food too much and my beer.
It's
Back
delicious.
off. I ain't gonna have a 6-pack anymore. It ain't happening.
the place that I always get myself to the point where I want to die, like I just can't walk out of the place, is the Blue Ribbon Buffet down in Indiana. They do like Amish country style food.
Holy
and every
cow.
single time I'm like,
Peanut
I'm not gonna eat that much.
butter pie.
And then I just walk. I'm literally, because it's down the basement. I'm walking upstairs like I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna fucking puke.
They take-
I'm gonna
They
barf
make
all over these
They
stairs.
More
make
room
their
for
own
food.
peanut butter and marshmallow, and they mix it into a pie. And if you don't, if you want to know what heaven tastes like, that's what it tastes like. It tastes like peanut butter pie from Blue Ribbon. It's insane. That place,
We're gonna have to make a trip
I have
down there.
Yep. Going back
See,
to
I think-
Indiana. I literally can't control myself there either.
I
That
can't
is an
either.
I've never been to an
insane
all-you-can-eat
place.
Amish place, but for my grandparents' birthday, we used to go to an Amish family. Like they'd put on dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I think they moved to Indiana because they got.
That's
kicked
where
out.
all the Amish live.
That's
It's
where
there in
yeah,
Pennsylvania.
No kidding. If you like Amish food, this is the place to go. Like they do meatloaf, and I can't stop eating meatloaf. Oh my god.
Even their green beans. Like, green beans to me, I've always liked them. But when I go there, I'm like, what in the hell did you do? Did you put crack in these?
And then on the hot bar, like up where you got your mac and cheese and your mashed potatoes and your meatloaf and everything like that.
So we're going out to eat after this, right?
They literally have just a hot plate of apple pie filling. No crust, nothing, just apple pie filling. And
Best part.
My
insane.
Shortly after my youngest daughter was able to actually start eating, we took her there. Like, we went there to eat, and I gave her just like a little taste of it, and it was straight cracked her. Like, I could not.
His youngest daughter can eat.
Oh yeah,
she's a black hole.
When
she
stuff
wants
she
to.
likes, she will just keep eating and
Not
eating.
me, though.
Insane.
But like, literally, I'd feed it to her, and the amount of time that it took me from taking it from her mouth to get another scoop was not fast enough. She was literally screaming.
Yeah, remember that time she ate all of my beans and rice in the Mexican restaurant, and if I wasn't like shoveling it like a freaking dwarf out of Snow White,
she's 2 years old, not even
freaking out.
20. She's 2 years old, not even 30 pounds, and she can probably sit down and eat two plates.
The
of beans
doctors
and
even
rice.
said she's like small for her age.
Yeah, she is.
And she eats like nobody's business.
Well, she's almost as tall as her sister, who was 3.
yeah, it's nuts. She's gonna be like a
This sort of
skinny
took a
little
weird
model, be able to eat whatever the hell she wants.
But yeah, all right. I think
I was gonna say, I think we beat this dead horse again. We do that
Do
pretty
we have
good.
any do we have goals though for what we want to
Goals?
for future goals?
my goal.
My
is,
goal is to start working out again.
I'm gonna say my goal is to at least get to the working out. Like, actually, I have an entire gym. Like, me and him have an entire gym down in his basement that we built.
We all built this gym over the last few years.
Yep.
And my schedule, that's my biggest goal, is having a schedule where I'm not like on call all the time. That would be a goal. And actually go to the gym again on a regular schedule.
I like to get back down to 200. Like, that'd be a solid number for me. Maybe put on some muscle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even mind staying at my weight if I changed some of this flab to muscle. But like, if I was just losing like 10 pounds and kind of tone up, that would be good for me.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I've got a beer gut right now. That's about it.
Yeah.
To be completely honest with you guys.
I got a muffin top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm bigger than I want to be. So I'd probably say about 190. Like,
Which is funny because he's like 4 inches taller than both
It's
of us.
so weird because this summer I worked out quite a bit, and then since then it's just been nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I was really in shape when I was doing some training this summer, but just kind of fell off with my job.
see,
and
November seems to be my like sweet spot because when I started working out 2 years ago, it was in November. I binged I was house sitting for my stepdad, and that weekend I binged on everything. I'm like, I'm gonna get everything I want. I think I ordered a shit ton of Taco Bell,
I remember
Burger
that.
King, McDonald's. I'm like, I'm gonna get it all out of my system.
Yeah,
And
I think
then-
I was texting you like that whole week you were there, and I just like you were telling me all this shit. I'm like, man, you are binging this
Oh.
week.
Then you came over with the butter to get the door ready for him to leave.
But then that's what triggered me. I was like, I got it all in my system, and then from there I went from like I think I was probably like 235 down to like 185.
This is gonna sound
busted
This is
ass.
gonna sound
Yeah.
so bitchy, but like you guys know my goal. I don't even know if I'll mention it, but like I've just had this one thing hang over my head for like so long now. I just want to get done with it and get out of it, and just like that's just been stressing me out so much that
He wants to
it's
re-sign
like
that
it's
military
literally
contract.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking
Another
about.
6
Actually,
years.
I just want this. It sounds so weird because like the end of my military career, I just want to get out, and I feel like it's making me not give a shit about my health. And I honestly feel like when I get out, I'll actually be able to do things on my own terms again. I'll care about my health more. But like lately, I've just been so stressed out about it. I just want to get out, and I feel like when I do that, it'll be a lot easier for me because I'm pretty self motivated as far as it comes to staying in shape. I don't need the military to tell me when to run and stuff like that. So
Drop
All right.
down and give me 20.
yeah,
Do
I
it.
mean, I could
Do it now.
Whatever.
All right, so let's move on to the next segment.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have one more little segment. We like to end this with some Nerdsville because
No, we got two.
no, we got two.
We got two.
You might have to.
We do have two. Oh well, we'll do
have
it.
to cut one short.
No, we got this.
Well, I mean, neither of these are long segments.
we'll do them short. We'll do them quick.
So
We went
bust
a
out.
little long on that.
We got long-winded on
main
food.
subject.
It took
Yeah.
a weird turn.
You know what? You start talking about food. I'm just
Pie
gonna
and
go all
cookies.
day.
yeah, exactly.
All day.
Whenever.
All night long.
Yeah, let's do it. Am I a bitch?
Am I a bitch? All right, so this one we're just gonna keep this short and simple. I feel like. Well, actually, this is your segment. I'm sorry.
This is my segment?
This is your segment.
I guess it is.
Deer in headlights. Let's see.
So,
Yeah. Now your turn.
yeah, so we were talking about new segments for Am I a Bitch? And I was just thinking, like, I've seen so many movies and shows lately, and I don't know if this is realistic because Hollywood doesn't understand America for the most part. They understand Hollywood. All these people that like literally have no idea how to change a tire on their car, and it blows my mind. And I was thinking, like, as far as a segment, like, am I a bitch if I can't change a tire on my car? Yes. Yes, you are. Like, who can't change a tire on a car? It's like the most simple, basic task. I feel like if you own a vehicle, you should be able to change a tire. I wouldn't let my daughter drive without being able to change a tire.
I've only just recently changed my first tire.
But you knew how, right?
You understand the basic
You
concept.
understood the concept.
Like if
Yeah.
you had a flat,
Yeah.
you could have figured it out.
Yeah, like you would
right?
have got through it.
Like I'm not saying take the tire off the rim and put the tire on the
No,
rim.
just putting a
but
spare on.
Putting a spare on, I don't know. I just don't.
I feel like as a man, there's just basic things you should be able to do with a vehicle. Not even going in that deep. Just being able to check your own fluids, being able to and change a tire and like check your tire pressure. Like that's just the main things. As like if you're out with your girl and her car's acting up or some shit, you're able to at least diagnose it some way because of those basic things you can do. If you can't do that, I'm sorry, but you're kind of a bitch in my opinion. Like pull the dipstick out and be like, hey, you're a quart low. That's why it's running a little rough. Hey, the reason why your car is running a little hot is because you're low on antifreeze because you have nothing in your reserve tank. Like basic shit like that. Like it's
None of
just-
that's hard either. And
No,
like,
most of those things have lines that tell you this is good, this is bad.
like even with I've realized this because I drive a more one of my vehicles is really modern and weird. And I'll tell you what, every single person watching and listening to this probably has a smartphone. I don't know how you're listening or
worth a
watching this
Google.
if you don't have a computer or smartphone. You can literally
worth the
Google
Google.
anything about your car. Like the other day, one of my tires was running low, starting to go flat, and I had to get it changed. But before I could get there, I had to put air in it, obviously. And
32.
I did not know what the tire pressure was for this specific car. And normally it says it on the wall.
Between 32 and 35.
Yeah, and that's a safe
Whatever-
bet, right?
whatever you feel
But I
like.
was just curious,
86.
right? I could have put it between 32 and 35 and been fine, right? This particular car needed 38 was the suggested one, but it just didn't say it on the wheel, so I Googled it, and guess what? Popped right up. You can literally do that about anything. Like I just got a older vehicle that's got this really weird overflow tank for the radiator. When I took it to get just a checkup or whatever, which I could do myself, but I don't have the room living in an apartment to like jack up my car and change the oil and do all these things like I used to. So I just took it somewhere to get an oil change. I'm like, hey, just do a checkup on all the fluids. They told me there they couldn't figure out where the overflow tank for the radiator was. And I'm like, Google. Like in 2 seconds, I knew where it was. It was weird because it was a weird car, but you can literally find these things out. Like I just don't see an excuse anymore to not know how to, like a tire especially, right?
Yeah.
It's like 6 lugs max and a freaking jack
I mean,
that's
to be
in your car
fair-
90% of the time.
If you don't want to for me, since I never really grew up with in the car
Yeah.
doing stuff, when you have to jack it up, I mean, knowing where that part, so it doesn't fall
That can
on top.
be
Okay, yes, yes,
that can
yeah.
be weird.
You wanna aim for somewhere that's a frame or something solid.
I just
mean,
think that parents have done a real bad job with our generation of teaching us this stuff too. I grew up in an auto body shop, so I knew a lot of this stuff, but it's shocking to me how many people I know weren't taught basic things like that. Like where your dipstick is.
That I can do. I feel like at this
Yeah.
point, I'm probably the cutoff. Like I know,
You
I
know
don't do much.
I think you're not
concepts.
giving yourself enough credit, but yeah.
you know the basics though.
I think
Like,
you
know
like the dipstick.
I'm
yeah,
like
I know
talking
how to
about
check
like
my
really
oils and stuff.
extreme cases of like I literally could not figure out how to change a tire if my life depended on
Yeah.
it.
Like your sister's friend who didn't know that there's like spare tires in cars.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty bad.
But
That's
she was
pretty
also
bad.
a chick, so
I mean,
I'm just joking.
No, I
I'm
get what
just
you're
joking.
saying, but like
no. I mean,
I
yeah.
do think there's a certain
Well-
responsibility
To be fair,
to teach your kids these things.
To be fair though, there's a lot of vehicles nowadays that don't come with a spare tire. It's an inflatable
Maybe she was ahead of her
tube.
time.
Mine, I actually have one of those. But you know what's
I
funny?
threw mine out. So
I have the inflatable dealy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because one of my cars, the one that my wife drives, it's a hybrid and it does not. It has like a giant ass battery in the back, so there's no room for a spare tire. But it does have one of those like fix a flat inflatable deals. So that's really easy. It's got all the instructions on it. So you wouldn't actually change a spare tire, but it's literally right there with all the instructions you could possibly want.
And to a certain extent, it's knowing, for me, like, I know that I don't necessarily have that background information. So knowing that, because I've changed, like I've done certain things, but I don't think I need to make, like, I don't know how to describe it. It definitely, I mean, it could have been better.
Yeah, no, I mean,
So to have the quality, just knowing, like, knowing I could do it in a, very
Pinch.
Yeah, exactly. But knowing that I should probably.
I think it just goes to also living in an information age where nobody wants to Google any useful information. Like somebody wants to find out what Kim Kardashian's ass size is, but they don't want to Google how to change oil. Like there's no excuse for ignorance in a lot of cases for people. Like you might not have been taught it, but you can find these things out so easily.
One last thing on this little segment. I mean, like, obviously, I feel like changing a tire, like, you could, like, definitely with you, like, something like that, they could be able to get through it. But I can think of a time that you called me up when I was actually living in this apartment, and he was having an issue where his car wouldn't shift. Me coming from an automotive background and being able to do shit, I was able to crawl underneath his truck and actually pull his shifting cable to put him into drive and everything that, so that and then he was able to put it back in park. So, like, I feel like, yeah, I'm a little bit more well-rounded and able to do kind of shit like that, but does every single guy need to know how to do that? No. Like, you should be able to do
That's not
the
even my
basics.
point.
I know people.
Like,
no, that's what I'm saying.
You
like,
and me have a history
extensive amount of
automotive stuff, and also like traveling on the road in a band. Like we made vehicles go down roads that should not have been on the road. Like that was kind of what we did a lot. I've got some good stories about it. That was one of the things my friends always told me. It's like I couldn't get this vehicle to go down the road, but he could. It's like, yep, I just know how to make it. It shouldn't be road legal, but I can get it there.
We're starting to run out of time, so let's move on. Let's move on to our next segment.
All right, so we're gonna do one more segment, then we're gonna
do some
move this over to some Twitch chat. I like to do some This Week in Nerdsville. I love that because it makes me think of
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising. Yes. So This Week in Nerdsville is something I'm really excited about. This is my turn to the segment, and it turns out that I think it was like yesterday, some pretty awesome news came out. I'm sure all of us. So if you have to name like iconic shooting games growing up, what would be some things you guys would name? Oh, Beer Killy's stepping away. He needs more beer. Doom? Yeah, Doom's a good one. What about like Quake?
Quake, yes, Quake.
Yeah, so I was thinking like GoldenEye.
Oh, yeah.
GoldenEye. But one that I think we've all played was Halo. I think everybody's played Halo at some point.
I played my fair
I feel
share
like
of
I've
Halo.
killed more of my own teammates in Halo than actually.
I didn't play a lot of. Well, I didn't play Halo Online originally. When I first played Halo, my memories of it were going to my cousin's house and literally like playing the split screen campaign.
Exactly.
Like that was like, in my opinion, one of the best split screen campaigns. So also, yeah. So for people listening, we all are pretty big into video games. Me and Beer Killies play. We do some Twitch streaming for video games and stuff like that. So we like to talk about this stuff at the end of the show. Halo is remaster, which we've been following.
Master Collection.
We've been following this for what, like a year or two now? Like I've been really stoked
at least
about
a year.
this.
Oh, close to a year now.
Yeah, at least. And they keep announcing it and never giving a release date. We finally have a sort of ish release date.
Sort of ish?
Yes.
Sort of, they're saying it's going to be
what's going to
2019.
happen is nope. December 3rd of this year.
That's
That's
bogus.
2019.
2019. I think
Yeah,
it's
2019.
What year is it?
2019.
Where am I? Yes.
What year is it?
I'm traveling through time.
Yeah, I don't know. December
That's
3rd,
bogus.
2019.
I've
But
been
it's
waiting
not
for
going to
the Final
be.
Fantasy VII remake.
Oh,
Yes,
shit.
Yeah,
Mason,
well,
here.
you could keep waiting. I'm waiting for Half-Life 3.
I'm waiting for Dead Right or
Portal
Left
4.
for Dead
Portal.
3.
Yeah. Lots of threes we're never gonna get.
Postal.
Postal 4
5.
came out, man.
Oh, damn.
Anyways, back to Halo. God damn
Back
it.
to Halo. So they're not releasing the entire collection at once.
No.
They are releasing it in chronological order, and there is no release date for future things yet.
So we're
But-
getting Halo 1.
And
They're gonna
half-ass
get
release date for the first one.
chronological Halo Reach. So not the order that they were released, but the order that they happen in the universe,
in the universe
of
Halo. Okay.
So the first one, I actually never played Halo Reach. I
Neither
played
did
the
I.
first three. That's about it. I
I've even
loved the
played.
first three.
I've even played some Halo Wars. I've never played Halo Reach. though.
I've
Never Wars, Never Reach.
played
2.
5 minutes of Halo Wars. I don't think that counts. But
No.
Halo Reach I heard was good anyway. So it's going to be on Xbox, Steam for PC, and Xbox for PC, or whatever they call it, Xbox Game Pass for PC.
Yes.
Yep.
It will be free if you just want to play the multiplayer, and the campaign. It's not $40 for that. It's $40 for the entire collection. So if you spend $40, you get the entire collection as it's released in chronological order. Who the hell knows when the next one will be released? Hopefully, it's not
Never.
a crazy long gap between them.
Duke Nukem?
Yeah, not that. I hope
Diablo 3, Diablo 4.
they're just remasters. It's like they shouldn't take that long. I'm hoping it's like maybe a month. I'm hoping like they space them out a few months, maybe, because they want people
Dare
to
to
play
dream,
multiplayer.
Because it's the multiplayer. If they release them all at once, who's gonna play multiplayer for Reach?
How the hell would they
you know?
even build those servers?
Yeah, exactly. So I have a feeling like they're gonna release them. I don't know, 3 to 6 months apart.
I would
have
say
no
minimum
idea.
probably 6 months.
Yeah,
if I had to
probably.
if I had to be a guessing man, minimum.
I'm hoping 3, but it's gonna be probably 6. So probably every 6 months you're gonna get a new Halo. The online will probably be free every time, but the campaign and all that good stuff will be part of the package. So if you're a Halo fan like I am, or what, I grew up on Halo. That was one of my.
For me, Halo brings back being in for during summer, we'd always do like basketball tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
And so we'd be in hotels and stuff with the full team. And so we'd have an Xbox and we'd all just do that split screen multiplayer. And it's how we pass time between games. And it was just constant. I sucked. I was probably the worst one because I'd sticky grenade my own teammates. And
Nice.
I want to say that Halo was like the only reason, honestly, that I switched from PlayStation to Xbox.
Yeah.
Like when the Xbox 360 came out, because I had PS1, I had PS2. And then I switched to Xbox 360 because everybody and their brothers and sisters was playing Halo.
Everyone loved the Red Ring of Death.
And then even after Halo kind of died, though, after a while, I switched back to PlayStation. But Halo was the reason why I pretty much switched to Xbox for a little while, and then
Gotcha.
I still have been a PlayStation fanboy since then.
Yeah,
now I'm part of the PCMR, but
I didn't have the PlayStation growing up. I actually had the Xbox before I ever owned a PlayStation. I didn't get into PlayStation until the end of 3. But Xbox was one of those things Halo was one of those things that got me into Xbox. It wasn't nearly the beginning of I'm older than that, but it was one of my favorite. I would venture to say when it came out, it was the best co-op campaign, hands down, the original Halo. Like, I still remember fighting the Flood for the first time. That was nuts.
the funny thing
So
is,
I'm really
Gears of
excited.
War.
the funny thing is, the original
Gears of
Halo,
War is after Halo, though.
the original Halo, I actually didn't play on Xbox. I beat
Oh,
it
really?
on PC.
Oh, yeah, it did come out on PC back then.
1 and 2
I,
both did come out on PC, and I beat 1 on PC.
I had
and
this
got
weird gap
my
in time
Xbox.
where I played a lot of PC games before I had consoles.
I played a shit ton
Like
of PC
back in
games.
the 90s.
Very far back.
Like 97 through 99, 2000 is like when I was really into PC. And then we didn't have one anymore, and it was back to consoles. And then I got into PC again the last few years.
I'm gonna go real fucking hipster on you for a second. I literally have played,
Do it. Wear that man bun with pride.
I have played the original Call of Duty online, like number
RuneScape?
2, when it actually
Yeah.
was actually online for the first time. I remember playing that along with Medal of Honor.
I was pretty late to
Ultimate
online
Alliance,
gaming.
or not Ultimate Alliance, but yeah,
I know what you're saying.
The original
Yeah,
Medal
yeah.
of Honor when that was online too on PC. That's when
My original was RuneScape. Back when you had to rest.
RuneScape.
You had to have a sleeping bag on you because you had stamina you had to replace.
Okay, well, if we're gonna go back to the original time I played on PC, I'm gonna drop a game that probably most people have never heard of.
I was going to say Half-Life for me.
I'm gonna say no. My game was original DOS game, Heretic.
I've heard of that, yes. I don't know if I've played it, though.
If we want to go back that far, I was
Yeah.
literally playing before Quake and all
I
that
remember
shit.
playing DOS games like Redneck Rampage and shit like that.
No, I played one of the few
Hugo's House of Horrors was my favorite.
first person shooters. You got when you played the multiplayer, you could pick up.
Yeah,
an
I know.
egg and-
I know what Heretic is. Or Heretic. It's Heretic.
Heretic,
Right?
that's
yeah.
how-
I've never.
No, it's Heretic. That's how that game is
Is it?
pronounced.
Okay.
Yes.
Science.
You in
It's science.
multiplayer, you could pick up a chicken egg and throw it at people and turn them into chickens and then kill them.
Oh, nice.
So that was pretty fun.
That's
can't
how
do
I
that in
deal with
real
my
life.
enemies here. What do you mean we can't? I can. I know what you're capable
But
of.
no,
I need
I am.
up my levels.
So yeah. Anyway,
I'm thoroughly stoked to be able to replay Halo.
Halo was the first LAN
I'm-
party I ever did.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, not my not
For
not
me,
me.
I know I was late to. Like I said, I was late to online gaming and LAN parties. I was a poor kid, but I was the
Diablo
first.
and Medal of Honor?
I didn't have those.
Not
things.
No.
My
Before
first
that?
LAN parties were Heretic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
I did a lot of split screen Mario Kart stuff. As a
I'm
kid,
an
but-
old school '90s LAN party PC gamer.
Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't have I didn't have a dad that knew anything about PCs.
I'm gonna
like
say
you did.
we would go over to my dad's friend Gene's house and we would have like 8 PCs.
Oh, Gene.
Yeah,
Gene was cool.
We'd have 8 PCs sitting in his living room,
Yeah.
all connected together, playing.
Gene was the first guy we ever recorded music with.
He's got a sick ass.
He is
setup.
awesome.
You haven't been to his new setup now that he moved.
No,
Indian
no.
Rapids.
The last time I saw him was like 10 years ago.
He literally has like a guest house off his garage that has like
Yeah.
a built-in kitchen and rooms and everything like that.
Yeah.
That's his new man cave.
It was
pretty
cool.
sick.
It was cool when we went there and recorded our first EP back like in 2009.
Yeah,
That's when your
something like
sister
that.
That's what it
started
was.
doing
It was
math.
it was like October of 2009.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up and move into some Twitch chat. But thank you guys for coming out to the Burley Bros show. Remember to follow us on Twitch and Twitter and add us and let us know what you guys want to see in the future.
Don't forget to send your best tweets for the week.
Yes, we'll see those tweets for next week. We'll
See
feature
those
them on-
tweeties.
We'll make sure to even mention your name, who sent it to us, and everything.
Yeah. We will
I'm
out
famous.
you.
But thanks for
We'll
joining us.
dox you.
Thanks for joining us, and you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, or whatever time it is for you.
Yeah, enjoy
Peace.
whatever wonderful beers
Crack
you
a
guys
beer
have
for
over
us
there.
and drink
Cheerio.
on, keep on drinking.
Peace out.
Boom.